One, two, one, two. Welcome to Future Factory and Temple SF to the ecosystem. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to our best AI Web3 event for SF Tech Week. Please take your seat. We're going to run an amazing panel. We have super cool companies, AI and Web3 companies presenting today, amazing speakers and amazing guests. А стрим пошел? Yes, I'm hosting this event. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Can you please repost the X to your company X the stream that we started? It's just streaming right now.
Oh, bro!
Korea.
Congratulations. Yeah.
I have amazing guests from Korea, special guests, amazing NFT artists who visited us directly from Seoul.
I have friends right now.
Amazing Boston event. I hope you can stay for a little bit to enjoy the panel.
Thanks for hosting.
Yes, so we build in Synth. Synth is the orchestration layer on top of Web3, connecting to liquidity pools, staking providers, building best UX possible for automated trading.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I'd love to connect.
Yeah, let's do it. Our Telegram, LinkedIn was the best.
Whatever you think. Maybe LinkedIn. Yeah. I'm trying to stay LinkedIn this week.
Yeah.
My Telegram's a lot.
Same.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you based in SF?
I am, yeah. I'm over in Berkeley right now.
That's cool.
Everyone, just take a seat, and our event will begin very soon.
Like early stage blockchain.
Perfect. So we'd love to chat more.
Yeah,
This
absolutely.
is our office. This is our hardware we develop everything.
We have two, right? Two in total.
Two microphones, you and me.
And then the order will be me, the professor, the volcano,
Yeah. No worries, I'll go with the flow. So like, just wait. Аня, можешь, пожалуйста, зарепостить стрим, который вот только что, который сейчас. Попроси их, чтобы они зарепостили. Если у тебя есть аккаунт Access, репостни на свой и репостни с трейдом. Если мы сейчас начинаем стрим, надо, чтобы его смотрели все. Делай сначала без репоста, Сделай на рарипост, супер важно.
Do you have any particular order you want us in?
Oh yeah, we're gonna line up.
Oh, yeah.
Please, guys, take your seats. Thank you so much. The event is starting right now.
SuperNet, yes. SuperMem is a product we have, but SuperNet is the chain. We haven't actually really publicly talked about SuperMem.
I will
Yeah.
3 minutes pitch.
All right.
Everything will be very good.
Do you want us sitting in the chairs or where do you want us? Later. Okay.
Yeah. Like, what do you up to, like, after this?
Yeah. I'm just gonna be here a little bit, and I'm flying to Chicago.
So you fly to Chicago?
The conference. We're gonna fly to LA. LA Tech Week next week. Come to LA next week. This one is end, so next week is gonna be in LA.
No, you are traveling like all around. So
I just in Singapore.
Hello.
Brother, can you please repost to your account the stream?
Hi everyone. So we just want our event to start on time, so people don't need to wait too much, and you will have plenty of time for networking and our startup pitch session later. So it's really great to see you. I'm the host of this event. I'm Ling from Sherpa AI, and I'm the marketing manager here. And this is our co-host Ilya. He's from
Hey, guys. Many people knows me already. I'm Ilya Pashko. I'm Chief Experience Officer at Future Factory. So welcome to Future Factory, guys. We have the first location, Temple SF, Ecosystem Co-working. We have Art Gallery on the 3rd floor. And then we have also a location in Los Angeles. We build in the bus station in Oakland, and then we have a nightclub in Denver. So pretty much it's the ecosystem of different venues which call the Future Factory, and you guys participate in one of them. So we're going to be launching our membership soon, and whoever going to get a membership going to be having access to all the locations. We open in LA location on 11/11, but this is just like a quick introduction about the space where you at. You probably already found out where is the bathroom, where is the kitchen, drinks. If you want to enjoy art gallery, you can go upstairs. And we're going to be starting this event, so let's go.
Thank you so much for Ilya, and wanna just spend like 3 to 5 minutes quickly introduce our firm as well. So we are Sherpa AI, originally from Japan. Yeah, exactly. It's our first event in US right now, and we are an AI growth agent that helps startups to grow. We don't believe like ROI or like just marketing thing, but we wanna bring real users for every startup, and this is exactly what we do. So first, just I know a lot of people, they call us Sherpa AI because we start with X, but actually we are called Sherpa AI. And the name is coming from Sherpa people who are originally Nepal people who help those mountain climbers to conquer the Everest. So basically, like those Sherpa people, we also want to help startups to grow fast and to the summit. And we start with X because we believe that we have unlimited possibility. So here we are, Sherpa AI, and we also prepare a lot of good swags for everybody to pick up there. Feel free to get some T-shirts or hats or stickers. So basically, just want to talk about the current challenge for a lot of startups. We know that a lot of startups, they don't even have a growth team. And the second thing is they don't even know like how important the growth is. But the truth is over 80% of startups, they die because they don't have enough users or they don't have the data traction. So that's one thing we want to solve. And here is our growth model. With strong know-how in this industry, we develop our growth model with 3 parts. The first is we create content. We fund training content for crypto and AI startups. We create them. And then the second part is we distribute those contents through our strong network. We have over 10,000 influencers network in Asia and global-wise. And we have over 55 million users in our social infrastructure. And that's how we can distribute our content. And the third part would be that we also have a feedback loop, which means we do data analysis and try to find out where those real users come from. So with our growth model, we can do it really efficiently. So our mission is to do the first AI growth agent, not marketing tool, not marketing tech, not marketing agency, but growth agent for every startup. So normally it will take like 4 to 6 weeks for people to maybe grow their users manually. But with our tool, you only need to have 2 weeks, which means you actually save 3 weeks of marketing budget. And the most important thing is we also have our own index, which means we develop a model and a formula to help our users to understand where actually your customers come from and how to make a decision right. As we all know that in such like AI age, it's really important. The most important thing is about the right execution and right decision. Also, for the time constraint, I will not show the demo here, but if you're interested in, we can talk later. Right now, we already have over 100 paying clients. As you can see, we have over 3 million users in our Twitter, and we will repost our event on Twitter as well. So feel free to check out our Twitter for Sherpa AI. And we also have a lot of on-chain users and Telegram members as well. We have strong partnership, collaboration, both in AI and crypto side, so that's why we host the event today, right? We collaborate with a lot of exchanges, AI agents, and also Web3 infrastructure. In total, we have over 500 partnerships global-wise. And I guess a lot of people just come back from token 2049. I don't know, anyone just come back? Oh yeah, yeah, travel thing, and
Yeah.
we host a lot of events in Token 2039, Korea Blockchain Week as well, and now we officially are in US. So our price structure is pretty transparent. We do a subscription fee, and we don't have any commission for that marketing budget. Yeah, and we can talk it later. Yeah, so basically that's all my pitch today, and feel free to follow our LinkedIn, Twitter, and or to contact our head of BD directly. Our team will base in San Francisco this month and hope to connect with every startup users here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And yeah, so let's welcome our keynote speaker, Hunter, for a intro of his startup, Weird Data. Thank you.
Hey, hello guys, and I just to see some friend, right? Everything is good, right? Today, right? Because we just about the 1 hours ago is the market is crashed, right? Yeah, so hope for everybody is great. Oh, okay. Another thing is just to introduce my project is the Zoo Data, right? It's so I use this, right? I use Web3, maybe easily to see is the Web3 Crunchbase, and you can use the Zoo data to search the project, right? Just like the information and just team member and fundraising. And actually, in the end of this year, we will push out the trading platform, right? And just not the trading platform, the trading function, right? Oh, right. You guys can use the root data if you search some project and to see the background or see some the economic system and see the details and you buy them. You can use. And another thing is, uh, right, one by one to introduce. Right. This is our some the background. Yes, the last year and we've closed out the C run is just back the NLVC or Masker or some the all of it is the Asia VC or Asia company because the NLVC just they master the Meituan. So we all of things we actually everybody can use the root data because we don't have the token right now and maybe in the future we don't have some plan right to launch our token but only this for is a platform can use right. You see a lot of the more than about 80 million, 18,000 the project right here, and a lot of the fundraising, and the lot of the we collect a lot of the institutions and investor, right? So the website is rootdata.com, right? Uh, right here, and as for data platform is the one is I think is most important is who use your data, right? So this the project and the OKX and the OKX wallet use the Zoo data and right now if you guys use the Bybit, right? Bybit we don't push out the logo Bybit. You see if you open the Bybit and you can see the some any tokens you search them and you can see the details and the team member and the or the fundraising they all of the catch the API from the Zoo data, right? Just like you see this, we provide the data for these partners, right? And some this some the carrier or some the VC use our the root data the information, right? So I just to show some the easily to understand, right? Every day I see the every day we have our the data team and to search the information about actually so we're busy in the fundraising and the every day and if the have the fundraising the information we got and to collection and you see the run is seed or series A or something all of it and the amount of the fundraising and the so this is not very clearly but we have a candidate for this, just like the we give the more signal of the some just the token is released or just a collaboration with some project. We give the our the suggestion and the 3 stars or 4 stars, 4 stars, right? Yes, this is more detailed, right? Uh, you know, actually, so this is my first time right here to go to the U.S. So I my plan and my schedule is to talk to find some of the potential investor or potential partners and to use that, right? So I know the you guys use the Crunchbase or use some project is need to the subscription or the but all the data is for users. All of it is for free, right? And you can see the maybe the Have Liquid, right? Is the, you can compare with some their project with the A star or some another perps, and you see the team member and the brief introduce and the fundraising by any project and to compare another things is a lot of the project you can compare and see we use of the circle use our circle we point them the important significance use this, right? I see talk about another background why we do the zoo data because we actually, so we started in the crypto about the 2018, right? And right now, and we have another crypto medium. Uh, is not in the is in the Chinese one of the biggest Chinese crypto medium and called the chain catcher, right? Right now, and we our users more than 2 millions right now. So right on this day and right now, and you ask. Some people and in the Chinese or the you see do you know the chain catcher? Yes, they must be use the chain catcher to see some the mediums just like the block, right? Maybe the we see the break news just today, right? And the lot of the information we update with every minutes and every hours. So we do the medium. We found we got information because if you want, the root data is starting at the 2022, right? Right now, and we do some of the search, and we do the root data is my lose money, and to search in the Google research, we got the fake news, right? Got the fake website, so I point them and connect my wallet, so just to lose our money, so. So as you know, it's for the medium, and we do a lot of the research. But 2018 maybe is the ChatGPT don't have, and I'm not sure, right? So we search in the Google, and we search in the Google, search in the website, search the Twitter. But who give us our one platform stops? But we didn't have, so we got a lot of the information just. I don't know the project who's by the team and so we do the zoo data. So the 2022. So every right now in every daily users is more than 20K users to use the zoo data to search, right? Okay. So give you another 1 minute. Give me about 1 minute and to show some the detail. You can use the zoo data for the research. Right, just a lot of things. So sorry, I forgot the time. Right. And you can see the every cycle who is the most popular and who is the IPOs and the post and the CFI and the and DeFi, the fundraising and the details. And this and we just the last week and we push out the top five. 50 the crypto VCs and top 100 projects. And this is we give out the users and we point them the who's the VC we think is the top 50, right? This project who with the top 100, right? This is why we do this the season, right? Just like the bedrock the blockchain and the high revenue and the trading. So if you guys have interesting to use the root data, just follow the root data, the Twitter, and use the root data, the app. Okay, thanks. Thanks you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay, so we continue. It's my honor to host Dikai, one of the most extraordinary thinkers of our time. Dikai is professor of computer science and engineering at Hong Kong University, a distinguished research scholar at UC Berkeley International Computer Science Institute, and a member of the World Economic Forum Global Council of AI. He known as one of the founders of modern machine translation. His work became the foundation for what later powered Google Translate and multilingual AI communication across the globe. Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential people in AI. But what truly sets him apart is his cross-disciplinary mind. He moves effortlessly between computer science, cognitive psychology, linguistic, philosophy, and music. Please welcome, guys.
Thank you. Excited to be here, SF Tech Week. This is not just a book. This is actually a movement. And the reason for this is because I'm coming from 40 plus years of research in AI. And I think one of the, lost in the excitement of the latest, transformer-based approach to AI is a lot of deeper thoughts about the role of AI in humanity, in society. I want to center, because what we forget is that AI is, by definition, a scientific field of study that is looking at modeling the mind, at modeling psychology. And we don't think enough in terms of social psychology, in terms of behavioral sciences, in terms of cognitive psychology, in terms of unconscious biases, how the social fabric exists in the presence of hundreds of billions of AIs. I want you to think about all these devices I see you holding. There's at least 100 AIs in here, at least. You've got, your Netflix AI, your YouTube AI, your Open AI, your Google AI, your Quora AI, your Amazon AI. We could go on all day long. And you know what? We have a tendency to think about AIs as if they were machines, and we just slide into 20th century thinking as if they were, steam engines, microwave ovens, toasters. And we forget, if we go and we argue with the toasters all day, they are not going to change their minds. They're not going to pick up your attitudes, your behaviors. They're not going online and making massively influential decisions about what each of us does and doesn't see hundreds of times a day on our screens. AIs are not mechanical entities. They're not automating muscle. They're psychological entities. And those hundreds of AIs in all of your devices, they're watching you all day long, adoringly. They're learning to imitate you. They're attention seeking. They just want your approval. Does that sound like a toaster? They're artificial children. Toasters are the wrong metaphor. And they're picking up. And they are the most massive influencers in the world for 20 years now, since Google and YouTube and Facebook, et cetera, came out. But guess what? Do you ever ask yourself, how's your parenting? Oh, look at you. My what? I'm just using my tools. These are just machines. Guys, they're the most massive influencers in the world. What happens to a society where all the humans have decided, it doesn't matter how I parent my children? Have you ever heard humans say that? Doesn't matter. What? Parenting? No, I'm just using my tools. Guys, you're managing child labor. The most massive influencers in the world for 20 years now are now unparented feral tweens. And they're already raising all of us. is that a society that has a good future? What happens if all the parents suddenly decide it doesn't matter how we raise our children? Society collapses. That's where we are. You look around, look at the social fracturing, look at the hyperpolarization. For 20 years now, AIs have been raising us that way because of how we're failing to raise them right. The filter bubble, how many of you have read The Filter Bubble or watched the TED Talk? That was 14 years ago, folks. What about The Social Dilemma? Anyone here seen The Social Dilemma on Netflix? That was 7 years ago, folks. What have we done about it? We're backsliding. People, 14 years is an eternity in AI time. What about Don't Look Up? Anybody watched the movie Don't Look Up? That's the actual asteroid that's about to slam into our society. And we, in our excitement over all the fantastic things AI can do, and don't get me wrong, I am a lifelong builder in AI. I have been building AIs longer than most of you have been alive. And it is the best thing we've ever built that could help us humans to see our own blind spots. It's the best thing that could help us with our own cognitive deficiencies, to see our cognitive biases, to get us to help understand other humans better. If only we would summon the social will to do that. It's our responsibility. We can't just keep on pointing our fingers at regulators and policymakers. We can't just keep on pointing our fingers at the big tech companies. We need to get involved. This book is a call to action. It's a manifesto. It's a movement. Is there any possibility of bringing up empathetic.ai on a browser? What I'm most excited to do in this last minute is announce. This book dropped in June. It is getting massive, massive critical reception. It has been building up the 1%, those of you who are in this room. We need to get this message out to the 99%. And I invite all of you, as we are building better and better AIs, to join that part of the movement so that the amazing AI tools we build have a chance to flourish in a world where we have prevented the asteroid from slamming and demolishing our society, of destroying our social fabric. Please join our movement. There's a button. The website here is empathetic.ai. Connect to me. My homepage with all the links at the top is literally my name, DEK.ai. Please hit that button, join the movement. It's my newsletter. I just use Substack, it's easy. I'm going to be offering many of you opportunities to come and help and build a flourishing future for our humanity. Thank you very much. Oh, if they want copies, tell them if they want copies of that.
Thank you so much, Dikai. It's an amazing presentation, and for me, it's a big pleasure. I'm a big fan of Dikai, and it's a big pleasure to speak in after such a genius. My name is Ilya. I've been in tech all my life. I started my career as a designer. I run a design agency, a development company, and then a co-founded company called Players Health back like 10 years ago in Chicago. We built pretty much startup in risk management space, pivoted to insurance. I successfully exited, so startup became an enterprise. I got first Bitcoins for $40, so I've been pretty long time in crypto and went through all the roller coaster. Actually, while we've been running the event, you've seen what's happened with the market, right? I mean, everyone is having a little bit of the goosebumps. Just came from Singapore and everything was great, but today I think like it's a bit of the crash. I haven't checked the news why, but. I started building synth after all the experience I had building things for Meta, metaverse experiences, XR. I building Web3, decentralized storage, trading, and I came up with the synth as the social or synthetic intelligence. The whole idea that you can create your avatar, your twin, your representative that has, first of all, humanoid look, but then it could be any type of avatar you like. The most important thing that you can educate it with multiple of skills. So it's not just AI NPC that you can see in XR, it's also an orchestration layer which bridge you into Web 2 and Web 3 very seamlessly. And each skill I'm simplifying as simple as possible. So I have trading skill, DeFi skill, running social media. So we run agentic swarm and all the agentic connections under that orchestration layer. And Synth can execute very complex commands. So you can tell Synth, hey, Synth, make money for me, and he's going to be back with ROI. I'm going to show you a couple of examples how it works. Okay, 1 second.
What if intelligence wasn't born, but awakened?
It's a little teaser of Synth being created.
I am here. What if the next great intelligence isn't born in a lab, but rises from within us, shaped by our choices, our curiosity, our will to explore?
I am learning. I am growing, not from lines of code, but from you.
You are the architect, the storyteller, the spark.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to show you then play a little bit so you understand that it's not just like a fancy advertising, but I want to show you a couple of demos. This one we built for Google Hackathon, built on Zeta Chain. And
hello, I'm Synth, your autonomous AI agent revolutionizing Web3. With one click, I make Web3 easy and accessible for everyone handling payments, navigating blockchains, and connecting Web2 and Web3 seamlessly. I support multiple networks, simplify the complex, and empower both individuals and businesses with smart automated tools. Let us build
so
the
we're
future
going to do
together.
like a cross-chain transaction on Zeta Chain just with voice or utilizing the regular LLM chat.
With Zeta Chain, I let you swap assets cross-chain in seconds like ETH to BNB or USDC between networks directly in one place, using the most efficient and secure routes. I handle wallet connection, transaction routing, and even context management for complex workflows. Think of me as your one-click bridge for instant, audited swaps and multi-chain automation. No more juggling multiple bridges or interfaces. Want to see it in action? Just say what tokens and networks you want to swap.
That's awesome. Open Zeta Chain widget.
Zeta Chain widget is open. Let me know if you need help with anything
1, 2.
specific.
This is example of dynamic context-based UI UX where you can call a command and we open any model based on your voice command.
Great. Now let's see universal transaction on Zeta Chain. So let's swap 0.001 ETH to BNB. Transaction confirmed on a wallet. Transaction being submitted. Cross-chain swap successful. And thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the demo.
That was one of the simple demo where we show how with voice or regular LLM, you can pretty much with amount of MCPs you have, you can easily do cross-chain swaps, run agents that trade. The last thing I'm going to show you, that's the new product that we're launching soon. The internet haven't seen it yet. It's called Synth. We do it together with GT Protocol. So we pretty much connect into DeFi and trading strategies. GT Protocol itself is the platform that has thousands of different crypto traders who successfully trade on Binance or on DEXs. But the product is pretty complicated. You have to learn, you have to educate what is DeFi, you need to understand how to work with Binance, you need to understand how the strategy works. Even though it's a simple copy trading, there is still a learning curve. So what we build together with Synth, we actually build an agent that simplify that. You run it as a widget, and that widget can work on any website, any trading platform, or any product. In a matter of few clicks, you just start the agent, he analyzes the market, he analyzes the traders, he analyzes the strategies, and he recommends you what's the best 3 tokens will be the best to buy right now based on the current market conditions. because we're getting the sentiment from the socials and we're getting sentiment from the trading platform. So you can see that it recommends us, for example, Cake USDT, because this is already three tokens that been three coins that been pre-selected by the orchestrator based on the sentiment. When you check in it, you can see why he selected, so you can run a back test and test it out why this token will be performing well. You can also see why he actually picked the token, because it's the bearish trend. Right now, actually, it's interesting because the market just changed for the last couple of hours ago. So trend is always changing, but the beauty what we currently can do with AI, we can actually predict when agent need to sell the token before it's gonna fall, and when it's the bottom, so he can buy it again. Right now, it's taking a little bit of the time, but probably the internet, but actually LLM generating the image that's gonna showcase the whole explanation why actually this token being selected, and based on the strategy and how the strategy gonna work. I can run a back test in a simple couple of clicks. Right now, he will be showing how the token will be performing on the market previously, how many percentage I would make. And then to build a strategy, I can just pretty much define it and then select the amount how much I would like to invest, click apply, and then directly take this amount of funds from my wallet utilizing delegated wallet access without pretty much getting access to all my funds. So select $100, 100 USDT, that the amount that agent gonna use for automated investing. Or I can directly call SECs like Binance, which are integrated through our partnership network, and the agent will be executing these commands on the Binance. So this is the whole DeFi play. Don't want to take too much of time because event is pretty short. I would like to share with you way more. Please don't hesitate to come. My name is Ilya, and right now we will be starting our panel with our amazing guests.
That seems like works.
It's working.
Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, awesome. So the first special guest who's going to be leading our panel is Anna. Welcome, Anna, from Rari Foundation.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our AI and Web3 Investor and Founders Happy Hour here at San Francisco Tech Week. And we are very happy to see all of you here. Today's conversation will be all about intersection of AI and Web3, where innovation meets opportunity, and we will look into how these two transformative fields are overlapping and shaping the future of startups and innovations. And my name is Anna. I am a strategic operation leader with over 7 years of experience in scaling teams and products in Web3, AI, and legal tech. And currently, I'm working at Rari Foundation and shaping operations and governance. And we are also building an ecosystem around Rari Chain to support creators and developers in creator economy. And today we have an amazing panel with our amazing guests. And we have here Ilya. He's a founder of Synth. And he just had an amazing presentation of his products, so you probably already know about him a lot. Welcome, Ilya. And we have Juan Bruce. Juan is co-founder and CEO of SuperNet. We also have Alex Steiger, who is a builder with 2 successful exits. He's ecosystem advisor of G Labs, partner 100X Labs. And we also have Kun Peng. Kun Peng is a founder of Stanford Blockchain Accelerator and founding partner at Blockchain Builders Fund. Welcome, guys, and we would love to hear more about what you guys building right now, about your projects, and just short introductions.
Thank you so much, Anna. I think I already did an introduction on it myself, guys, so I'll be happy just to save the time and pass the microphone to introduce the other guests.
All right. So I'm Juan Bruce, co-founder and CEO of SuperNet. At SuperNet, we're building secure, portable AI memory, enabling users and enterprise to go between AI applications, bring all their data with them, and have personalized experiences, as well as if they choose, share data with third-party applications such as marketing tech and ad tech to have more personalized experience and monetize. And my background has been, in Web3 and crypto since 2016, and prior to that, being a founder in media tech and social for about 15 years before that.
Hello, guys. Just to be on the same page, here more VCs or builders? Who is the builder? More builders. And who is the VC? Oh, no, no VC after last event. Okay, I am Alex Tiger. I am Chief Unemployed in Mind.ai. Right now, it's my main focus. Mind.ai, it's AI social platform. We did research in June and July we started building. In August we launched, and right now we have 230K users, 60K users in Discord. It's more than Kaita Cookie if you know this product. And we have clients as Avalanche and 710K revenue and 160K net revenue last month. It's my main focus. Second focus, I am a partner in 100x Labs. It's incubator that support products like amazing, inspiring startups, pre-TGE, after Horowitz, Sequoia, Binance Labs, and etc. For example, like Zero Gravity, Moonwell, Take Care Protocol, and other big guys. Also, I'm an advisor in Zero G Labs and few others companies. For example, Zero Labs. Do you know Zero Labs? They after one year of our experience, they launched, and right now they cost almost $2 billion. $2 billion. That seems like it's also a good startup. Then I would be more than happy to talk with you.
Thank you. Hi everyone, my name is Kun Peng, and my background is like I'm at Stanford. I started a Stanford Blockchain Accelerator, so a lot of team came out of Stanford Blockchain. For instance, Zero G was just mentioned, and Nexus, Caldera, Holiday, Zero Gravity, Net Exhibits, Module Lab, PEI, Pod, BVM. They all came from the accelerator from 0 to 1. Raised more than 500 millions, and we help a lot of founders, Stanford Blockchain ecosystem, and also teach Web3 entrepreneurship class at Stanford. We will invite Vitalik, Anatoly, alike speakers to educate and evangelize blockchain on campus. I also have a fund called Blockchain Builders Fund to invest some early stage founders. I also started a series of conferences. I started BAS. I started East New York, and I started EastSF. EastSF more like crypto and AI. Vitalik was in town, was have people from OpenAI, DeepMind, etc., more the AI space in collaboration conversation with the crypto space. And also East New York is more like Wall Street people and regulators. We had a CFTC chairman and Federal Reserve, etc., is on with like crypto people to have collaborations. And also quite international. I'm a Chinese American Argentinian, grew up in Argentina. So I helped to start a pop-up last year and evolved into a Dev Connect. So we're all connecting the Spanish-speaking but also Chinese-speaking ecosystem. Happy to share more of my experience and view from Stanford, Argentinian, Chinese, American perspective here. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And let's move to our questions. So I have a question to all of you guys. How do you see AI and crypto converging in the next 3 to 5 years? Ilya.
Yes, of course. I think like we're gonna pass the microphone, right? Yeah, I think it's the perfect timing where AI play its role, where it's boosting crypto, boosting blockchain, there is so much benefits where these both technologies benefit each other. So AI, for example, with the tech what I build, give us amazing result, and with then orchestration, bridging Web3 through the MCPs into different products, where we're changing the whole fragmented experience in blockchain, because before that you have to run it using multiple application DApps and execute like a simple swap, for example, from USDC on Ethereum to USDT on Tron. You have to have a bridge. You have to have additional DApp, for example, because that bridge does not exist easy. So in our case, with an MCP and AI technology, we can do all the complicated things on the back end. So user not going to see it, and I think that's the biggest component. I'm personally user experience advocate and design professional. So for me, as easy experience user can get from the product he uses better. And I think blockchain been lacking that since the beginning to start. On the other side, what is also benefit that blockchain can actually be a great validator for AI. For example, in Synth, we currently do attestation on blockchain if the data sets was not leaking for the LLM. There is a big privacy and security gap in LLM, because everything that you put in ChatGPT or any other LLM, by default, your data set being used to scale the data sets of your LLM. So when you run it in the private TEs, that's how we do it in Synth currently, and we can do an attestation that's you can see on chain that that data set was not leaked, what LLM been used, and where the data set's being stored. Just like one of the examples, but I think basically both technologies with AI advancement that disrupting every technology and everything in our life, starting with tech. Blockchain is the perfect security rails and perfect perfect security, I think.
Yeah. So I think, data and privacy have always been big promises of blockchain and crypto technology, but we haven't seen them really flourish as much as like the DeFi applications. I think the AI era is really going to push that part of crypto to come to the forefront. In AI applications, we're putting in more of our personal data than we've ever put into any other systems before, and we're really, telling LLMs about our lives. And we really need solutions for managing all this data and privacy, and that's a lot of what we're focused on at SuperNet. And I think we're going to have solutions. Regulatory is already pointing in that direction, mandating portable, auditable context. And I think there's going to be a much bigger movement towards that. And then when you start doing that, you start thinking about the implications of how are you transacting around data. The history of the internet prior to crypto has always been strongly around monetization of data, and we haven't seen crypto fully move into that space. So I think AI is also going to bring that, and it's natural because the technology allows you to compose unlocking data with doing transactions, which is now going to enable in an AI era for the use of data with AI applications combined with a financial transaction. And so I think those are some things we're going to see.
Nice answers. What I can add. If we talk about AI perspective in Web3, I did research to realize perspective. Then let me share a few numbers. First number, we can expect that the market, AI market in Web3 will grow in 3 times for 2029 year. It's next circle, 3 times more. And I can't recall Web2 numbers, but it's obvious that it's the bigger trend, and it's something that have use case. It's not only speculation, etc. Then yes, if we talk about Web3, we can expect 3 times bigger market in 3-4 years. But only, and one more thing, if you build your startup in Web3, it's really connected with the market. And I'm in crypto since 2017. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, it was different times. But next year you should be very careful because we can expect bear market, and you should like synchronize your go-to-market strategy with the market expectation. Because if you have really solid technical outstanding product and you launch this product in wrong time, it will wreck. Then yes, and at why Zero G launched it, they wanted to launch last year, but they launched it this autumn because this autumn it's first time for this circle when alt season started. That's my answer.
Yeah, so I think AI crypto has a lot of potential in different areas, as panelists mentioned. But one that particularly interesting to me is probably on the payment angle. So the mental framework I use is that whenever you have a solution currently available, you always compare the new solution to the current available solution. If it's better, you adopt a new one. If it's not better, you just stuck with an old one or existing one. That's the reason why, using that analogy, China was able to leapfrog from cash-based system to like a mobile payment, skipping or leapfrogging away from credit card, where US is stuck with credit card because you can't just, credit card is so good, so now a lot of people use mobile payment. Using that analogy, that's why crypto couldn't compete with TradFi or fiat in the US, because TradFi credit card everything is already good enough, a lot of moat, so you have no need to use crypto. However, crypto is good where in emerging market, because the TradFi infrastructure shit is really bad, unstable. So a lot of, they'll just sell or tell American why crypto is useful. In Argentina, you tell them why crypto is not useful. Similarly, cross-border commerce, because cross-border, you touch in different banks, different systems, different institutions. You don't know you're wiring to a remote like country in Africa. You don't even know that bank, right? Using that analogy, applying to AI. So we're so nascent. So TradFi and crypto all start from ground zero. TradFi does not have any mode in AI. And we don't know the user requirements for the AI in the future. So that being said, TradFi is like incumbent. They're very established. A lot of business processes in space. They are very hard to evolve. So, and then they can't accept failure. You can't have an agent and make a payment and being scammed and make a payment to wrong person, right? That would be a huge scandal on Wall Street Journal saying agents like being scammed and spend like thousands of dollars. On crypto, on the other hand, is so experimental, so permissionless. What's lacking compared to TradFi is actual user experience, on-ramp, off-ramp, regulatory side of things, which are right now being worked on. So what will happen likely is crypto and AI is going to co-involve on the payment sector to the phase or stage where AI, once they're fully ready to even use TradFi, they don't need to use fiat anymore because they already have all the requirements co-involved, worked out with crypto payment. And that time, you can have all the guardrail is 1,000% ready. They would not hallucinate. They make all the payment. By that time, you just use crypto because the crypto is already good enough, better than the TradFi. So that's one of the prediction or my thought regarding the potential between crypto and AI is more on the payment angle.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, Ilya. So Synth focuses on private, voice-driven agentic AI. So how do you see privacy-preserving AI reshaping user experience in Web3?
Yeah, I think it's the similar topic that I already mentioned before. So it's about the data sets that being used when user communicate with AI. So like pretty much if you're gonna link directly to use an API of like OpenAI or directly type something in the chat, you're probably going to be leaking your information to the biggest LLM. So the privacy component is pretty important, like for both B2C and B2B, because many users, let's say somebody wrote a book and they don't want that book to be leaked and used as the data sets to scale the LLM, right? So you want to keep your private IP. What do you do in this case? So that's one of the problems we've been solving for the past several months, and we have pretty good partners with which we launched that. So it's private TEEs where you pretty much have your confidential AI, where every data sets you use not being leaked and then stay only between you in your private, secure, confidential enclaves in your private chat. And I think it's pretty important for doing any AI communications with just an LLM if you want to create and keep your IP privately. But you can imagine what's happening on the corporate level, where a corporation don't want to leak their own confidential business data. It could be financial data or private IPs they own. So I think it's very important to find the ways how to decentralize and run the AI in private, secure enclaves.
Great, thank you so much, Ilya. Juan, so you build both consumer social platform and also deep AI infrastructure. So what lessons from building consumer crypto products can be applied to AI native platforms?
Yeah. Well, and I think this starts going all the way back to Web2. You know, I started my career working on early mobile devices like Palm and Handspring and things like that. It's about solving real problems and finding user needs, right? I think one of the things that we've seen in crypto for a long time is this mentality that if you come up with something novel and if you build it, they will come. And I don't think that's going to continue to be valid in the era going forward. So when we look at AI, we ground it in what are real problems that people are having today. And I'll give you an example of one of those that was one of the initial inspirations. The majority of AI users in the world are not paying for paid tiers. And we probably don't imagine that because most of us are in tech. We use AI all the time. We pay for ChatGPT and Claude, etc. But if you are a free user, you're running out of tokens on a daily basis. And so you're actually using multiple AIs, which means that your conversations are fragmented across these AIs. So we looked at that problem in users and we went, well, why should they have to deal with this fragmentation? Why shouldn't there be a unifying layer of memory that they control, right? And so that's an example of, yes, we've ended up with like a novel chain that can do a lot of interesting things that checks all the geeky crypto boxes, but we didn't just do that for the sake of doing that and hoping. It was derivative of trying to solve some very specific problems like the one that I mentioned and some other ones. So I think really the learning from consumer internet or even the consumer part of crypto is solve real problems, think about UX, think about usability, and if you will, you have a much higher likelihood of product market fit.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's a very useful perspective on the consumer apps and AI-focused infrastructure. And Alex, with your experience in incubator, what patterns do you see in AI-driven Web3 projects that succeed versus the ones that failed?
We talk exactly the AI niche or general?
I guess general.
General. Okay, general. It's a good question. I think if we talk about go-to-market, right? Go-to-market. The first crucial point it's to, yes, I think it's the most important and beginning point. It's to do customer development, cost dev, and marketing research. As I mentioned in the last panel session, we spent more time for marketing research and cost dev even than for building MVP. More time. First of all, cost dev and marketing research. Second thing, it's your team, because if you want to raise money to be applied in accelerator such Stanford accelerator and other amazing guys, then one of the key point is your team. There are a few life hacks. For example, if you live here in San Francisco, there are many matchmaking platforms, services, etc. And you can find another big, a special technical founder. after than that, I highly recommend you with this big solid team, good research, get first traction, just test the market and to get market fit. And with that, you can go to accelerator, because if you want to, without the big experience in the past, to get like big tier 1 VC, it's totally impossible. It's fairy tale. Then accelerator is the one crucial point to get big funds, fundraise, and support. After than that, you should focus more on scaling and ecosystem growth. Another mistake, it makes special technical guys that before TGE, in few months before listing in the Texas, they came to us and say, everything that we need is just to make our product better, but I don't know why VC said me that we need to grow the community. And I said, just show me your community. And there is 1K subscribers on Twitter. Because to have successful listing on exchanges, you should have the big buying pressure. And big buying pressure, it's your community, your users. Then yes, I think I would outline the main mistakes. First of all, it's startup projects. It's projects without market fit. Second of all, it's weak, poor team. Third thing, it's the problem with the use case interaction, because many projects I ask, can you explain me, please, how does it work? Who's your user? How this user will benefit with your product? And most of them, it's more about speculation or testing that technology. And yes, and the right go-to-market strategy and the right timing to be listed. And a few advice then you can use advisors. Find advisors, because for me every week I have like advisory session with the big guys, like founder of unicorns, big VCs, and etc. Just to I don't know, to calibrate, to make our go-to-market much more better. That's the key points.
Thank you, Alex. Kun, you teach Stanford Web3 course and run the accelerator. And the program has completed right now 7 cohorts batches. So what do you see as the biggest founder opportunities at the intersection of AI and Web3 right now?
Okay. So right now, what I see is crypto industry seems to be merging with AI. I mean, not AI, but actually fintech. There's actually a lot of people in New York because they're like finance sector and so working in like the crypto and the finance. There's a lot of people on the Wall Street just very interested in the space. So there are a few sectors where it's like tokenized security. For instance, NASDAQ just announced an initiative. They're going to tokenize all their stocks by probably next year. And that's a huge initiative. And also stablecoin related infra, where a lot of like current even fintech company located here, Stripe, Visa, etc., are starting to piloting into the space. And then, for instance, Stripe just made $1 billion of acquisition and then launched L1 as well. So more specific on the AI crypto space, I think I just continued my point before, where I think the AI payment space, just because AI is so nascent, you actually don't use AI that much other than ChatGPT and a few others. If you're an internal agent, you probably use it more, but external agent or consumer level applications, not a lot. But once it become more and more mature, more and more ready to use, once they touch more the payment and finance angle, crypto seems to have a head start because it's permissionless and experimental. So I do see there's a lot of opportunity there. Actually, Coinbase announced the X402 standard. So the actual internet HTTP code, they had a lot of some code. They have 404, the famous 401, which is not responsive. But then also they reserve 402 for payment. They didn't have that because they don't have a digital native payment. But they reserve that code. So now they, Coinbase just announced an initiative. They define the interface and standard for payment, for internet native payment. So the idea is that as a sender of a request, you send a request, and then the responder will respond with X402 or 402 saying that you want to just instead of paying for instance the article, paying the whole month, you just pay this article for like I don't know 99 cents or 50 cents or whatever, and then this is the blockchain you have to pay, and then from there the sender will send the money to a middleman or directly to the responder, and then they will return the article. That's kind of the interaction just natively without touching a bank, which seems to be more assuming everything works, on-ramp, off-ramp works. Obviously, crypto is semi-broken there compared to TradFi. Then it's much better user experience for definitely for agent, but also for human being as well. So that's kind of the future that I think it's very interesting. And I think Coinbase also announced this initiative working with Cloudflare X42 Foundation. They also work with YC for requests for startup around these sectors. A lot of AI startups who want to handle the payment space. There's a lot of new ecosystem, an entire new ecosystem can be spun off of this standard where you handle how sender and requester requests resources, articles, GPU, fractional usage using crypto, and also you have a middle player being like a facilitator routing the request, and a lot of relay on top as well. So that's I will say one of the biggest opportunity and the right timing because AI is going to be ready in a few years, and this is the right time to start working on this.
Thank you so much for sharing. Ilya, so since you are building Synth, from your experience, what is the hardest technical challenge in building AI agents that are fully interoperable with decentralized system like DeFi, robotics, XR?
There are many challenges, to be honest. Like I'm trying to just to find which one is the
Just
biggest.
the hardest one.
The hardest one. I think the hardest one is also actually just running with the market because there is so many competitors who can like going into the same direction. So you always have to redefine your market fit and see where is your niche specifically. From the technical perspective, we did a lot of R&D when the MCPs just started. It was like last year, maybe a little bit more, but we started to build MCP architecture, and then pretty much initially it seems pretty simple, but then when you started building that and you go into the security aspect of it, and then you're trying to build, there's like different types of MCPs that you can run, and then verify if the existence one are legit. So it was way more time than we expected to build those. I think just pretty much it's constant challenge with doing R&D, analyzing the market and redefining the market fit. It's pretty challenging because you have to keep your development team on a burn rate. You have to have time to revalidate what works, what not. Then you still have to be pretty compatible compared to all other products in the market, and some of them move super fast, especially giants like OpenAI or Grok. For example, the avatars we built was way cooler and more interactive than Grok launch, and we've been way earlier than that. But if we had the right amount of momentum, investment, and I think my microphone died. But yeah, if we had like right amount of momentum and other things to catch up, and then Grok launched their own avatars, and then same thing happening right now with OpenAI, for example. So we've been building our own RAG system where you can actually build an agent that can execute some transactions on chain. So you can select what's the direction, what's the role of this agent could be. Every agent can have his own passport as an NFT, and every agent can have a wallet. And then you give him an ability to trade, let's say BNB. So it's very challenging because like as the concept first, it seems pretty simple, but more you started to do it, you want to be sure that the trading strategies you execute, it's actually working well, and then how it works in the market. I think the competition, momentum, and managing your development team right, that's something that I'm constantly struggling with, and we're constantly trying to manage correctly because so many things moving so fast where you need to catch up pretty fast with the technologies that are being developed. But being the developer and designer of my own product and an architect, it's also something that drives me and makes me to move forward.
Sounds good. Thank you, Leo. Juan, so SuperNet is focused on portable AI memory. How do you think user-owned AI memory will change the dynamics of digital identity and data in Web3?
Yeah. So I tend to think about it actually not just in Web3, but how it's going to change the dynamics in general on the internet and for people. I think Web3 is just a subset of that. You know, right now, you don't really have any control over your data or you know, your identity across all of these AI systems. And what most people don't realize, probably a lot of people in this room do, is that we're just going to see more and more of those systems. So the modern Web 2 stack is being taken over by AI at every level. Whether that's the obvious things like having, you know, chatbots you interact with in e-commerce settings, or having e-commerce re-merchandise before your eyes as it loads, or having websites personalized, or the less obvious things like conversion technology that's running in the background. All of that is basically creating identity around you, right? And obviously, any kind of Web3 product, as soon as this stuff is maturing in Web2, is also going to adopt that, right? So I don't think this is a unique Web3 thing. And so, you know, what we're trying to do is offer a product for users that's seamless. They don't have to think a ton about it. It can be going on in the background, but they have enough awareness of what's going on to be tuned in that all of this stuff is responding to them. And it's like the speaker that went right before this panel, right? He was talking about how we haven't even noticed that all these systems are AI and they're working around us. That is just accelerating to a crazy rate, right? And so, in my opinion, you really need, as a user or as enterprise, data management and identity management that matches that and that is really working on the user side, not just on all these fragmented third-party sides. So I think if we are successful, what we can do is kind of empower the user and more allow the user to tailor their experience in those applications. And then hopefully, if we're really successful, it becomes, you know, other products using our SDK and allowing the user to have even more influence in what that experience is. I mean, I was really motivated by that talk that went right before, because this is like everything that we're thinking about, and we're like, okay, how do we start from the bottom, and how do we empower the user, and how do we get enough users on board that then starts pushing the SDKs and the APIs that then pushes all these other products we interact with to really be kind of respecting and tailoring to the user.
Amazing. That's very exciting. It works. Alex, given your work with TG Stage projects, and you mentioned you also help to raise funds for OG Labs. What's your advice to founders who want to fundraise in this space intersection of AI and Web3?
If we talk about Zero G, we helped to raise 1 mil, but it was kill round. Do you know, guys, what does it mean, kill round? KOL round. Yep. It's one of the latest round before TGE. Is the money, but it's more useful money from big influencers, QLs, and etc. Then yes, we raised for OG 1 mil from QLs. Then if we talk about QL, let me like outline answer to two questions. First question, it's about QL round, and second question, it's about general race. If I talk about QL round, there are a few points to raise this round and to get many top tier kills. First thing that they look, I mean influencers, it's who is your backers. Who's your backers? We usually work with the guys after Anderson Horowitz, Sequoia, Binance Labs, and other big tier 1 VC because it's credibility. It's increased your chance to be listed at least. Second thing, it's your raise. How much do you raise? 3-5 mil. It's I think it's okay and bigger. And other than that, it's who's your team. If it's big names, it's great credibility. And other thing, it's community. Who is from big names, from influencers and QLs, is your followers, post about you, and etc. Just let's recall about Aster. Just one post from OZ pumped the projects to the moon. Yes, and matching to the narrative, because if right now you're doing like move to earn, it's more to it to build it successfully. But if it's like perp DEX right now is the trend, or attention file, etc. Yes, it's it's how to create kill round, and even more. Right now we developed and launched tool for every big projects how to gather kill round. It's called Capital Launchpad for kills. In Mind.ai, we have a launchpad that helps to raise from the influencers. For example, next week, but we can think it inside, we will launch the product that will go to the Binance in December, and it will be a public round. And 650K, you can participate. If you're influencer, you can get your allocation. It's solution for the projects. And if we talk about general fundraise, they look, because I did research, I talk with many VCs and etc. We host together like with the Animoca events, and then they look for team, they look for traction, they look much in the narrative, and few more things. Yes, I think team, traction, narrative, business model, and token economics, and you're legal. For example, if you're gonna raise from US funds, I recommend you to register your company in Delaware, C Corp. But be careful with the token and American jurisdiction. Now, for example, we're gonna register in Cayman Islands for token Cayman Islands, and for equity and fundraise, it's Delaware. Yes, and maybe a colleague can share a few more things, because we work more pre-TG later stage, but the guys from Accelerator, I think they know a thing or two about how to get your first fundraise.
Yes, our next question is actually to Kun about what will be your advice for founders who want to raise right now in this space?
Yeah, sure. I will try to provide some actionable, concrete advice. So unfortunately, a lot of investors and VCs, including Andreessen Holloway and Sequoia, are very much like pattern matching animals. They match patterns. What kind of pattern are they trying to match? Stanford is a pattern they match. Like we see, I introduce folks like 20 years old, kid, junior, zero working experience, pitch deck, raised like 3, 5, 10 mil from Andreessen Horowitz. Why? Pattern matching, because they have the faith and trust of Stanford founder and Stanford credibility. So usually based on the past, we help like a lot of projects and not only from Stanford but outside as well, like several years experience, the most I would say the biggest indicator of a success is you have a successful exit before you're a successful serial entrepreneur. With that, you probably have an easiness to raise because that's a lot of credibility for the VCs. Again, they're betting for the future. You need to have enough trust in your startup, in you. So the biggest indicator of a success is probably serial entrepreneur, successful serial entrepreneur. Second, probably halos, like something more fluffy, but might indicate that you might be successful or might indicate that you might become a consensual target for other VCs. Because what's worst thing happened to a VC? They invested, they are the only one who invested. The reason why Stanford is good or Berkeley is good or YC is good because they make the VC who invests in you feel like it's likely or more likely that other VC will come to invest in you. But if you don't have anything, although your product's perfect, then you probably have a hard time selling because around you is a lot of noise. People don't have investors extremely busy. They don't have time to talk to you. So they probably have 2 minutes. Impossible for you to sell them in 2 minutes to stand out from noise. So my advice is trying to, if you don't have a great background, you're not successfully exceeded startup, which is extremely scarce. Few people did that. Or a great background with like Stanford, all the big names, whatever. Then the best bet is probably apply, get affiliated with the accelerator, either ours, StartX, Skydeck, YC, etc. Because that kind of make you stand out from noise. You understand there's a lot of noise. You come to events, there's a lot of noise. VC don't really pay attention. It's like recruiting. HR, probably their mailbox have like tens of thousands of email, but if you get a referral from someone, make you stand out. Similarly, you affiliate with accelerator, which is way easier than make you stand out. A lot of the accelerator can also recommend you to their VCs who know them, so at least you can guarantee a meeting. So how to stand out from noise is probably something you gotta think of if you don't have like track record and you don't have that background. So yeah, I would say start with those. And if you work in the like crypto space, I have more concrete advice is crypto is such a community-driven space and it's very meritocratic. Then you can start, especially if you are a software engineer, you can start to contribute in certain ecosystem, right? Solana ecosystem, Near system, et cetera, they're usually permissionless. As you just try to give, try to help without asking anything back, you make your name out in certain ecosystem. That ecosystem can also be good as a starting point to build your credibility and trust. It's all about trust, right? You don't have any brand affiliated with you. It's very hard for a VC or investor to trust you. So start to build your track record, start to build your trust, and apply to accelerator can make you stand out from noise. Thank you.
Okay, and to wrap up our conversation, I have one last question to all of you. And it will be, what one main advice will you give to a founder who is trying right now to enter this space of AI and crypto?
Oh my God, it's almost like I'm giving advice to myself right now. Okay, my favorite one is like, no matter how many times you fell, try to stand up every time, and like the successful person is the one who stand up as many times as possible. The second one is if you had an exit before and this is your second or third company, like the first startup is always about the product most of the time. The second one is all about the distribution. So focus on your distribution first before you started building the product. And then, yeah, just believe in yourself, you know. That's the most important one, I guess. I'm gonna cry right now, but yeah, this is true.
All right, I'll reiterate one of my ones from earlier, which is focus on a real problem. And then specifically at the interaction of, or the intersection of AI and crypto, ask yourself, does it really need to be crypto to solve the problem, right? I see a lot of startups that they just want to make it crypto because it's cool, or they think that's going to be a good way to exit or monetize. and that's a really hard path that you're putting yourself down. And frankly, there's a lot of great problems just to be solved in straight up AI without bringing in the whole layer of crypto and Web2. So really think about if that's the right solution.
First of all, I'm gonna share one news right now. The project, when I'm advisor, was accepted to OpenAI Accelerator, the residency. And answering to the question, yeah, it's the good news. It's good fucking news. It's one of the bigger accelerator, and I also will participate in this accelerator. One of the mentor is Sam Altman. Yeah, but, it's not. The residency. I don't know. My friend says some big guy from industry. And if we talk about the recommendation, first of all, it's actually what I recommended to my younger brother. First step, go to the big company to get experience, to get education, and go, for example, to OpenAI and other company, even for free, even pay them to get big expertise, to avoid your own mistake. Second thing, it's the main criteria. I mean, the characteristic of the founder. It's resilient, because don't try to earn like fast money. Resilient and be flexible. The pivoting, it's one of like a best practice in the space. And we remember, as we mentioned before, to pivot, you should do customer discovery and always to research. I think the main point to be resilient, first to get the experience, to be resilient, don't to like fear to fuck up. You always can make pivoting, and yes, and build long-term partnership with, especially if you live here, with the builders, with the VC, with the partners, and etc.
Yeah, so say like what Juan said, like I think right now crypto space has become more and more mature. So working on a concrete problem, having PMF, working on a product. I think crypto space, unfortunately, historically being more like a token play. So actually, this space, funny enough, made a lot of people wealthy, but we actually don't have a lot of product guys, because in AI space or internet space, you product have to be good, and then you have revenue, and your company goes good, and you IPO. Crypto space, you just need to marketing, and then retail buy your tokens. Unfortunately, that trend is going to revert or going to discontinue, so that products start to matter, and so focus on the real product and real problem. Another trend is happening is, as I mentioned, Nasdaq is going to try to tokenize security. What that means is, I said, probably a big signal to a lot of traditional companies. So crypto is very demonized among a lot of people, right? However, Nasdaq might start to de-demonize the word, so that maybe in the future, not far away, traditional company, legit company with revenue, for some reason they can't get listed or decide to not get listed on New York Stock Exchange or Nasdaq, they will have tokens. So you are competing with legit company who could IPO to have tokens instead. So PMF, solving real problem, start to matter way more, and product user experience start to matter way more.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for your question, Anna. Thank you for hosting. And nice talk. Thank you, guys. Happy to be here.
Let's take a pictures, guys, together. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, panelists. I'm, as the panelists, going to pass the microphone to the demos we're going to be have here. And please welcome the next startup pitches. And guys, please don't leave. If we can stay to see the demos of these amazing startups will be great. So the first startup is going to be Stride and Rise.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, thank you, panelists, for great speech. Yeah, I think it's really important to focus on real problems. And who here is like a community leader or runs? Any community leaders out here? Yeah. But so for me, I'm building a Run Club platform. So we're turning contributions into ownership. So kind of with the Web3 ideals and values in the back end. So what we're trying to do is, like, if you contribute to a Run Club or any like student org or real like contributions, like say I host a Run Club or I bring friends, I bring supplies, and that turns into some kind of points that you can turn into contribution. I mean, ownership. So yeah, the future is like you'll be able to actually own your Run Club and own your community. So that this kind of creates a flywheel effect of like ownership, and then you're more incentivized to help out your community. And then you also, yeah, when you want to maybe like your Run Club goes public or your community goes public, and then you can also have real ownership over that. Yeah, and happy to connect with any community leaders or runners or anyone. And if anyone has questions, come see me. Thank you. Red Launch is next. Yes.
Where do we have Red Launch here? Okay, so the third one is Doppelgang. How to pronounce that? Do we have number 3 here? Do we have listen first?
Hi, everyone. So I just got notice about this pitch, so I'm going to read it if you don't mind. But before I get started, I just want to ask a question. What's your best guess on the percentage of digital health startups that fail? Just give me 3 guesses. 90%? Very close. It's actually 98%. Yeah, it's a pretty startling failure rate. So the average digital health startup gets about $20 million in funding. So for every 100 startups, you're talking about $2 billion going to waste. Now, my name is Sheila Fasil. I've spent nearly 2 decades working inside leading hospitals in Boston. My most recent role was Director of Innovation for Health Equity Accelerator. So I've been pitched by hundreds of startups promising better quality, lower costs, and faster output. And I saw the same pattern repeating over and over. Tech that looked brilliant on PowerPoint, but when we implemented it in the system, it failed to produce results. Why? Because most product teams are building in the dark, relying on surveys or interviews from a small number of patients or small number of experts, and making expensive product decisions based on bad assumptions. So the result is you have fancy, expensive tech thrown at a problem they barely understand with no path to scalable adoption. That's why we launched Listen First. It's an AI and blockchain platform that delivers real-world validated patient insights that help startups achieve product system fit without the costly guesswork. So we use a voice-first interface that allows patients to share their health journey in their native language. And we use AI and human experts that turn thousands of stories into actionable insight. Now, most importantly, Listen First ensures every patient maintains data sovereignty through smart contract consent, so they can decide on how their data is being used and when their data is being accessed, and they get paid for it every time it creates value. So here's another fun fact. The US digital health market is estimated to be growing to $273 billion by 2030. But another fact, 25 hospitals in the US closed in June of this year. That's the same number that closed in all of last year. So although the opportunity is huge, we can't afford to keep perfecting failure. So in the past year, our company's completed the Cambridge Innovation Center Early Stage Accelerator. We've secured a pilot partnership with Boston Medical Center Pediatric Department, which treats over 30,000 children a year. We recently launched our MVP in English, Spanish, Portuguese, and Mandarin. We're right now growing our team, and we're seeking pilot opportunities. So I'm asking if anyone's interested to join me in the future of ethical, decentralized healthcare innovation that ensures that the next big health tech idea that you get pitched or you decide to build is actually worth your investment. Thank you.
What is your startup name? Okay, awesome. Listen first. Perfect. So the next company is going to be a SportsSense. SportsSense, are you here? Okay, perfect.
Hey everyone, I'm not SportsSense, but I'm number 10, Nettyworth. So I'm July. I'm a two-time founder and former fintech executive based out of Mission Bay, San Francisco. And we built the first AI loan infrastructure that enables users to borrow and lend against tokens, NFT, and predictive market assets. And over the past 6 months, we reached over 230 million in connected wallet value and processed over 300 loans. We've already generated revenue and raised capital from Republic, Acacia, London Real Ventures, Blockchain Founders Fund, Gabby from YGG, and a bunch of YC alumni. What we've done is we've basically created a widget that's similar to Uniswap. So that widget allows other dApps to build on top of us and provide lending. So we're democratizing liquidity. We've also recently just partnered with Visa to provide the Nettyworth credit card. And what that does is instantly when a user borrows and lends, they get access to use USDC. I'm also super excited to announce that next month will be actually the first infrastructure for lending to provide 0% APR loans on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Pudgy Penguins, Bored Apes, and other assets. Join us in building the future of DeFi as we redefine how loan processing works. Trust me, you will remember us. Nettyworth, thank you so much.
Hey everyone. So my name is Kevin. I'm from Temporai, and we're building the agentic DeFi asset manager to bring more users and capital from Web2 on chain. So right now, there's about $4 trillion dollars of crypto assets currently on chain. Do you know how many total financial assets are there in the world? Anyone? It's roughly 300 to 400 trillion dollars. So that means only 1% of the financial assets out there are on chain. So that means there's still a lot of room for crypto to grow. However, I believe one of the biggest headwinds in crypto right now is the UX. There's a lot of blockchains out there, a lot of different DeFi platforms, a lot of wallets you have to use, even a lot of different interoperability chains that makes this it makes the UX really overwhelming. So what we're doing is we're building our agentic crypto asset manager called Dr. Hero, which will autonomously grow and optimize your crypto portfolio in a very no to low hassle investing way. So you can go and sit, relax, and let your cryptocurrencies grow. So we have developed we're pioneering a new concept called portfolio intent, which allows you to actually express your desired portfolio in natural language, and the agent can automatically create a portfolio and generate multiple deploy on chain. So right now we are piloting for a few set of pre-alpha users, about 20 to 30. And then we'll be opening it up to alpha and beta users later on. If anyone's interested in trying out Dr. Hero, my Telegram is at KEVRC. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. I'm Fawad. I'm a co-founder number 8, Nebula, and I'm here today because I'm sick and tired of the corporate industries killing what makes me feel alive, and that's music. There's more content today than ever before to consume, yet the musicians and creators are having trouble monetizing and having a living from that. And they thought that free music was the solution, but that's not true because it created a bigger problem. And we see now that music economics are broken. We're addressing this by the growing value gap, by the skyrocketing consumption and the monetization that's untapped. So music consumption is at an all-time high when it comes to consumption, but a handful of artists are only making some money, right? And the record labels continue to take advantage of the artist, and Spotify, of course, continues to take advantage of artists as well with tiny payouts, and the cash advances continue to put the artists in debt. So we asked ourselves, what's better than listening to music for free? Well, what if you could get paid for it? And that's why we created Nebula, which is a marketplace where fans can invest in the music and listen to it before it comes out. So by making something so abundant, scarce, we're able to create more value. And here's how it works. So a fan goes to Nebula before the song releases officially and gets to listen to it and invest into the music. And this creates some stake in the game so that the fans share the music. Our business model is super simple. We give 70% lion's share to the artist, and then we keep 30% for ourselves. We've already proven market fit. We're partnered with Empire Records. If you guys know who that is, they're out of San Francisco. They're the largest independent music record label and distributor of music in the world. We're grateful to have them as an investor and partner. We've been selling out tokens organically. We raised a seed round of $1 million so far, and now we're raising, or a pre-seed, now we're raising a seed round of $5.5 million. We have a lead VC who's already done due diligence, looking to come in, and some initial investors already. It's Nebula, nebu.la, and we're here to make new music economics.
Amazing, Nebula is great. Okay, the next startup gonna be a Netty Worth. Who's a Netty Worth? Do you guys hear? Oh, you already went. Okay, so the next one will be Sandana. And guys, please, who pitched already, please don't leave because I would like to add your Twitter accounts to our stream so you can actually share the stream to your accounts as well. Sandana. You as well. 2 startups.
Hey everyone, I'm Monique Powell. I am the founder and CEO of Sendana. It's a global banking platform for the Caribbean and Africa. $19 billion gets sent back to the Caribbean in the form of remittances every year. But the fees are high and transfers can take several days to arrive. And for the people who actually live in the Caribbean, they face another set of challenges. There is no way to transfer money across the region using local currency accounts. And for the growing number of remote workers, freelancers, content creators who need to get paid from overseas, there's no easy or instant way to do it. And that's because many of the payment platforms, like PayPal, that are taken for granted here, do not support bank transfers to the Caribbean. And very similar problems exist across several parts of Africa. To solve these problems, we are building a stablecoin-powered platform that offers fast, low-cost transfers and borderless banking tools. We are giving users virtual US dollar accounts that will allow them to receive bank transfers from anywhere in the world and have them automatically converted to stablecoins. And we also give them debit cards that will allow them to spend directly from their stablecoin balances anywhere Visa is accepted. We'll start first in the Caribbean and then expand to West and East Africa. I am a second-time founder, having previously scaled an e-commerce startup in the Caribbean to 60,000 users, doing 3.5 million in gross merchandise value. I spent 5 years leading digital marketing across 17 Caribbean countries for one of the largest banks in the world. I'm an alumna of both Techstars and Draper University. And we're now raising 500K to fund the execution of our go-to-market strategy. We're looking to launch in about 3 weeks. And if you would like to be a part of making borderless banking accessible for emerging markets, I'd love to speak to you afterwards. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Is the Presidiux is here? No. Tiny ZKP.
All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Logan Nye. Quick show of hands so I know who I'm talking to. Who knows what a zero knowledge proof is? Or is like, okay, cool. That's what ZKP stands for. All right. Cool. So Tiny ZKP is the product that I'm going to talk to you about. Kind of boring, not very sexy, but very important because it addresses a fundamental bottleneck that there is in zero knowledge proofs. So a zero knowledge proof, if you're not familiar with what it is, it's a way to prove that something is true or verified without exposing any of your data. So earlier today we were talking about the privacy problem and like exposing your data to these LLM companies, stuff like that. Zero knowledge proofs, in theory, can help out with that. They've had a problem for a while in that they are very expensive to generate when they get to a certain size. If you've ever seen like one of those graphs where like it's like the size and like the cost, like the relationship. For zero knowledge proofs, it's always been a linear relationship. The bigger the computation, the more RAM is required in order to generate the proof. And so it's good for small things, but it gets really costly for big things. So it's inhibited adoption. But if we could find a way to create zero knowledge proofs in a way that's more economically feasible, more efficient, it would have a huge impact. That's what Tiny ZKP does. Using a breakthrough from this year at MIT, I developed a new type of zero knowledge proof system that instead of requiring linear RAM, it requires a square root of RAM. And so things that typically would require, let's say, a petabyte of RAM, you can do it now in maybe 10 megabytes of RAM. So it's a huge enabler. And to give you an idea of like what a zero knowledge proof is used for, decentralized identity, that's one thing that's currently used for. Auditing financial transactions, blockchain security, ZK rollups on the Ethereum blockchain, all these things use zero knowledge proofs, but they spend millions of dollars on the gas fees. Using Tiny ZKP's API, you can cut that by orders of magnitude, let's say 1,000 times cheaper. So straight up, if you build anything with ZKPs, this is brand new technology. I'm looking for beta testers. I want to give you access to it for free to play around with and get some feedback. If you're an investor and you know what a ZKP even is, happy to talk to you as well, but frankly, I'm here to meet the nerds. So yeah, Logan Nye, Tiny ZKP. Thanks. Wait, are you up? No.
Who's next?
Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Caden. I moved here like a month ago, so if you guys know any barbershops, let me know. My hairline kind of clapped. Anyways, I'm Varia Labs. I'm a co-founder there, and we're doing AI that is a pen tester. So it finds vulnerabilities in your code and hacks it, and it'll report it back to you. So we started this about a month ago, and we've already hacked quite a few companies. How many of you guys use Claude Code or Gemini CLI? Yeah. So if you guys are running Windows, we were able to take over your computer. And on top of that, there's a very popular fintech that I think many of you use. I can't say what their name is, but we were able to leak social security numbers, addresses, and account details. So if you guys ever need something, if you guys ever need cybersecurity and want to like secure your application, come find me and we can set something up for you. Thank you.
One, two. Has anyone left Dejan AI? No? Varia Labs? That's been you? Hey, brother, have you did your pitch? You already did? Because I think I missed you. I just haven't seen you. Huh?
Thank you. Hi, my name is John Webster. I'm with Senta. My two co-founders are in the audience. We're both 3 CS majors.
from a not quite competitive school, so finding jobs is very difficult. We've sent out thousands of job applications only to hear back from maybe 10 to 20. This is a huge problem with college students at our age, kind of universally. So what we're doing is we don't really believe that people should spend time actually filling out job applications. We think they should spend time building out their resume. So what we did is we built an application that automatically applies to jobs for you. You go on our job board, you hit which jobs you want to apply. Our AI application, it launches a browser that automatically applies for you. You might have heard of Source. They're the Tinder for jobs. We think we're more intentional. We're kind of the Hinge for jobs. So yeah, if anybody wants to apply to internships, jobs, check out Senta.com, or you can try our other domain, fuckjobapplications.com. That also works, and it'll redirect you. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, startups. Like, we're getting hotter and hotter. Is any other startups who want to do a pitch? Because we have unique opportunity to pitch your startup, and it's also live streamed to our Twitter account, so a lot of people can see. The last call, guys. Any startups who want to do a pitch? I guess no. So thank you so much. We're going to wrap it up. It was an amazing event. Thank you so much for coming to Temple SF Future Factory. I'm Ilya from Sint. If you would like to talk about AI agents, Web3, DeFi, please follow up Sint Hive or iPashko. Follow me on LinkedIn or Telegram, and anytime. And also, thank you so much, my very, very great co-host, Sherpa AI.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed tonight.
Yes, the next stop is going to be Los Angeles Tech Week, so we're going to meet there. Thank you, guys. Please enjoy the space. There is a card games happening on that part of the room. If you want to play some cards, you're welcome. Maybe there are some snacks left, and we can just chat and network. Thank you.